Breaking news today. Yet another puzzle. A Russian minister who condemned Putin's war in Ukraine has died after becoming ill on a flight to the Russian capital. A Russian minister who was thought to have privately criticized Vladimir Putin's invasion has died under mysterious circumstances. Petr Kucherenko, 46, became ill suddenly while flying back to Moscow from Cuba on May 20 for business. Immediately following the plane's emergency landing, medical personnel rushed to begin CPR on Deputy Science Minister Kucherenko, but they were unable to revive him. Although an autopsy has been scheduled for Wednesday, heart problems are thought to be the cause of Kucherenko's death. Previously, Kucherenko reportedly condemned what he called Putin's fascist invasion of Ukraine to independent journalist Roman Super. According to Super, Kucherenko, who has a son with Russian pop singer Diana Gurtskaya who is now 15, called him a few days before he fled Russia in February of last year when the country was at war. In a Telegram message, he claimed Kucherenko had urged him to leave as soon as possible, to protect his loved ones. According to rumors, Kucherenko warned that a year from now, Russia would be unrecognizable. "You are making the right decision by leaving." Extreme boasting Kucherenko told him it was too late to leave, adding, "They take away our passports." Yes, and after this fascist invasion, there is no such globe that will be pleased with a deputy Russian minister. He said he took handfuls of antidepressants and tranquilizers at the same time, to get by in Russia, the journalist wrote. More than 40 members of Russia's top brass have died under suspicious circumstances since the start of the war, and Kucherenko is the most recent. A wealthy pro-Putin lawmaker and soft drinks oligarch with mysterious British ties was found dead just last month. 77-year-old Nikolai Bortsov was found dead in his apartment. Since Bortsov backed Putin's bloody war in Ukraine, he was blacklisted by the UK. However, information released in 2019 suggested that the multimillionaire had illegally obtained indefinite leave to remain in the UK. Even though he had been Putin's loyal supporter in Russia's State Duma, the lower house of parliament, his reputation had suffered. The circumstances surrounding his death in the Lipetsk region of Russia are unknown. Deputy General Director of Yakutsk-Energo Igor Shkurko, 49, was found dead in his detention center cell after being accused of accepting a bribe. The executive had filed appeals the day before he died, disputing what he saw as an unfair bribery accusation. Many high-profile figures have recently died, and experts believe this may be linked to the murky and bloody hand of the Kremlin. Faction of the Russian military that has defected to the Ukrainian side has demanded that Putin's dictatorial country be overthrown. The Freedom of Russia Legion, which formed soon after Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, released the video message on Monday. Veterans of the Russian armed forces are joined by civilian volunteers from Russia and Belarus who have never served in the armed forces before. An unidentified soldier stands in front of a group of his fellow soldiers, some of whose faces are blurred, in the nighttime video shot from an undisclosed location. By saying, "We are Russians like you," he appears to be appealing to ordinary Russians for help in overthrowing Putin's government. "We want our kids to grow up in a safe, free country where they can explore, learn, and be happy," he explained. Putin's Russia is rotten from corruption, lies, censorship, restrictions on freedoms, and repression, so such a thing was never going to happen there.